This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I am here with Burns Images. Basically, since 2012, he has been finding the beauty of the moment and capturing it. I'm here with the photographer and owner. Nicholas, thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Let us start off, first of all, like many young men out there, you decided to join the military, go out and see the world. Was it basically being out there, capturing some of the moments, seeing some of the world through the images, through your viewfinder, that got you involved in this industry?
It was, sir. I had a unique experience with the military to travel around and see a lot of beautiful countries and scenery and talk to and actually live in somebody's culture a little bit, and it kind of inspired me. Made me want to experience more of that, and as photography was always just a hobby and one that I got to indulge in while traveling, it carried over to my business. And when I thought about doing something, this is what came to mind.
The definition of photojournalism basically is a series of images that tell a story, possibly even a single image that tells a story. Why did you decide to take on that type of approach in your photography?
Life is a story, and taking a great picture is always a beautiful thing. It's good to do, but when you're speaking about people, it's telling their story. Everybody has one. There's moments in photography, you can do your static portraits and they're beautiful, but why can't you speak directly to somebody's personality or somebody's life events? And I just want to pass that on to them as well.
So basically, as wonderful as stage portraiture is, basically it's lacking when it comes to the fact that it's not capturing a personality, that character, possibly lacking in depth when it comes to emotion that really can come through in a photojournalistic approach.
Right, and all of those moments are dynamic. They're organic in themselves, and you can't recreate them as perfectly as the moment tends to bring them out.
And once you've captured the image, if you will, basically that's about half of the game right there, because now you got to bring it back into the computer possibly. And what type of quality are we talking about here? Are you full digital?
Yes, sir. Full digital. Everything from beginning to the end is a personal endeavor for me. Consultation begins before we actually go out, take pictures. I take my pictures a couple hours with somebody, or vacation photography could be several days. Always back them up, come back, and every picture that I produce or provide to somebody has had my hands on it or a photographer's hands on it, taking minutes to perfect and make sure that it's the highest quality.
Let me ask you this right now. What is your favorite gear that you're out in the field with? What do you use out there?
I'm a Canon fan. Can't help it. I started with it and I carry it with me. But then it's just a lot of handheld flash, radio triggers, getting that dynamic lighting, but it's also reading the scene. My photojournalism experience kind of provides me a lot of, experience in reading a scene and finding, is natural light going to be the best way to project my pictures.
A lot of photographers out there say they shoot in a photojournalistic style, but quite honestly, you are actually a photojournalist yourself. I mean, you really shoot for an actual newspaper for the college there. How does that experience really add to what you're able to offer?
I would say that experience is absolutely necessary. We can always say that we want to tell the story. We can always say that, we can capture a moment, but, it's the experience of actually getting a story that maybe you know nothing about and have to research and learn about, or talk to your reporters, or be there for an interview to get those facts from people and to create one or few images that'll capture those things. That's why I like to do the interview. That's where I'm going to learn about a person or discuss what it is that they expect, me to tell.
Let's talk a little bit about some of those special day-to-day events that we do. Let's first of all, photo travel. You said a traveling photographer. Explain to me what that consists of.
Personal vacation photography. It's kind of a growing niche. It's taking a vacation, and instead of, somebody's always out of the picture, doing the one arm, trying to get everybody in, it's hiring a photographer to really just capture your vacation. I've seen a lot of people do beach photo sessions on vacation, but are you really capturing your experience? Experience-driven society at this point, that's what people want to spend their money on, and that's what I think is growing about this niche is you're capturing the entirety of a vacation from beginning to end to middle. Maybe the kids are playing cards at a table because it's raining outside in Hawaii. Why can't you remember those things? It's just getting out there, going with somebody, and kind of providing them the memories of their own time and experience.
The portraiture that you provide, obviously provide portraiture as well, be it families or individuals, but even that is done more as a candid nature, really natural, trying to capture the people.
Absolutely. I even devised a way for when I asked my own wife to marry me to have somebody taking a picture of the candid moment. And granted, I had to trick her to do it, but that was also an inspiration to me that those are moments that people want. We can have our engagement photos, but why not, a hike where you're going to ask your loved one to marry you, just any kind of big experience, even a family reunion. I've got a woman that I work with who's looking at having her grandmother's 95th birthday covered. And, things like that, moments that we want to remember, day-to-day lives, those are the true memories. You can't stage those.
So you're talking about family reunions, events going on, maybe a graduation day, a birthday party. These are all things that basically you would love to be lurking around in the shadows, if you will, and capturing those. Basically, is this something that you try to do pretty much on a day-to-day basis? And some of the clients that you work with, young, old, what do you prefer?
Actually, I'd love to work with everybody, and so far I've ran the gambit of clientele. From young people, I've got 18, 19-year-old couple photo shoot tomorrow. I've worked with middle-aged couples, individuals as well of any age. Last summer I went to Vegas with a local author, covered her trip. I would love to do this every day. It's an experience for me, and I believe it was Vincent van Gogh said that a good picture is equivalent to a good deed, and I do believe that.
Folks, take a look right there on the bottom of the screen. You're going to see his website. On the website, first of all, you can click on the About page. You're going to learn a little bit more about this photographer here who basically went out, seen the world, and the experience kind of changed his life because through that viewfinder, he realized that he could capture really people in a way that nothing else does, and that's through photography. Check out the gallery. You're going to see some of these images that he's created and obviously capturing the essence of you, the subject. Check out the journal because he'll take you on his ride through places that he's gone, be it traveling abroad or possibly just taking a local walk here in Colorado Springs. Let me ask you, before we let you go, someone out there who's thinking about getting photography done. They've done the traditional route. They've got a professional portrait taken, look at the camera, smile, and staged. What would you tell them if they're thinking about stepping out into a photojournalistic approach and getting you to come to the camera?
First off would be try and think about their day-to-day experiences, getting out there, in their own mind to say, I think I would like to have these pictures from a camping trip or, this last time I went out hiking or, what have you, but also contact me. It's no obligation to have a consultation, and maybe we can discuss options or things that they may want to see, and if they're happy with it, then maybe it's something. And if I can't help them, I'd like to recommend photographers that I know that can do the pictures that they want.
Thanks again, Nicholas. Folks, last time, take a look at the bottom of the screen. Like he said, contact him. His phone number is right there at the bottom of the screen, so you can get a hold of him. He'd love to sit down with you, have a consultation, collect some of the data and information about your life, like he's done when he's out on the scene as a photojournalist. Basically, compile something great and wonderful that you'll have for the rest of your life, something you'll pass down from generation to generation. And remember, from small moments of the life that you lead to the big days, he will be your personal photojournalist. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.